So I've got the Alpine ILX 107 wireless CarPlay unit installed here in my Subaru Outback 2015, and overall it's a great radio, except for navigation. The GPS location is reported terribly inaccurately on just about every trip, so that kind of renders it useless, since that's the most important feature of a unit like this. I've tested it wired and wirelessly. I've tested it with 3 different phones: an iPhone SE, iPhone 6, iPhone 10, all have the same results. Different versions of iOS, all the same results. I've tried different antennas. This is the factory antenna right here. I installed it where Alpine recommended it, right here on the passenger side near the A-pillar, and had problems since day one. Did a lot of different troubleshooting. I eventually moved it to the roof, tried it up here, various different places on the roof. Zero improvement. So then I bought another third-party antenna that's compatible with Kenwood and Alpine systems, and I put it on top of the car, which is the ideal location for it. There's no obstructions right here, and that hasn't really improved anything either. So I'm going to run a few tests here and show you the results. Okay, I'm going to run another test of the Alpine ILX 107. This is to demonstrate all the navigation issues. The issues happen with Maps, Google Maps, Waze, whatever navigation app you're using. It's not app specific and it's not phone specific. It is definitely the unit itself. You can see that the unit is set up perfectly. Like the steering wheel controls work fine. If you go out of CarPlay, it also hooks into the car's diagnostics, so I have gauge data. Evidently, this is possibly part of the problem. Alpine refuses to admit that, but I can demonstrate that there is a difference with diagnostics turned on and off. Navigation is not perfect either way, but it seems to be better with diagnostics turned off. So I'll show this OBD2 communication menu. I have it enabled, which is, what we want. And then I'll run this test. And invariably, during this trip, you'll see that my GPS location will jump off the street, and Siri will tell me to proceed to the route. Take a left, take a right, whatever. Also, I'm running this is an iPhone 10. I've tried this with an iPhone SE and an iPhone 6 and various different versions of iOS operating system. Antenna is multiple different locations. This is obviously not ideal. This is a GPS antenna. Obviously, I don't want it to be like this all the time, but this allows me to move it to different locations and run tests. I originally had it up here on the dashboard where Alpine recommends, but right now it's on the roof, which is the ideal location. There are no obstructions. If it doesn't work on the roof, it's not going to work anywhere. So let's try. Directions to Coronado Island.
Getting directions to the tent city Coronado.
Sure, good enough.
Starting route to the tent city. Head northeast on Iroquois Avenue.
Backup camera works. Everything works except navigation.
Turn right. In 1.1 miles, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-5 South.
I haven't made the right yet.
In 1 mile, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-5 south toward downtown. Proceed to the route.
Oh, that was fast. Where am I, Siri? Let's see if it catches up. Half the time, I get at least 5 minutes before it screws up. Sometimes as long as 10 or 15 minutes. If I turn off the onboard diagnostics, it lasts quite a long time. I can get like a 20-minute drive, and the mess up is different. It's not this, it doesn't misreport my location quite so drastically. Usually it'll just freeze, and then it'll catch up after I've gone a couple miles, which is also infuriating.